this out. I got a great verse for you again today. This is 1 Chronicles 15:1, and it goes like this. It says, after David had constructed buildings for himself in the city of David, he prepared a place for the ark and pitched a tent for it. Well, that seems kind of innocuous, and why is it a favorite? Basically, here's the story: is David took the city. That was why it was called the city of David. It was called Salem, and he took it from the Jebusites. But after he made it ready and made ready for him, his buildings and where to live and everything else, and settled the army and did everything else, he set a place for God for it. And what's interesting, this is the first time it's been done, is not only he set this special tent up for him, but it allowed him to go in and worship God. In other words, he set a place in his heart, so to speak, and in the heart of the city to come and worship God and bring God to them. More often than not, we think of us going to God, but in this case, David's heart was to bring God to him. And how cool is that? How cool is that? In fact, David set up a precedent of worship that was 24/7. And it was just live worship for God. And it was basically, it's this. It's that heart that David had. God said he's a man after my own heart. It's a heart that David had to worship the Lord. That's why it's one of my favorites. And interestingly enough, Amos, one of the minor prophets, in verse 9-11 says, God says he's going to restore, and after those days, he's going to restore the fallen tent of David. In other words, God's going to bring back a spirit of worship. And I got to tell you, I love to hang out with God, and that is the best way to do it, is just to worship. Just to worship Him with my work, worship Him with my prayers, to set apart time during my day where I can hang out with Him and talk with Him. That's worship. To think about Him. Think about what He's doing in this situation. Just, that's abiding with Him. It all funnels back to the same thing, like Jesus said in John, in the Gospel of John, if you abide in me and I abide in you, my words abide in you, ask of the Father anything. This opens up a door. Worship opens up such a door of possibilities. It's limitless. I love this verse. I hope you love it too. God bless you. Have a great day.